Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hello,
How are you, Edwin?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm good, thank you, Edwin. We're gonna wait 3 minutes and then we start. Uh, if no one attend, then we do the class just the both of us. Okay?
Okay, teacher, no problem.
Okay, we're gonna start. Okay, Edwin. I'm gonna share you my screen. So, welcome, Edwin. Thank you for your attendance. I hope you're doing fine. Welcome again to another English class. Um, Today we're gonna talk about connecting ideas. Okay. And before we start, could you please help me, or what do you think? Like, we have some categories here, like contrast, addition, a cause effect, or examples. And we have these connectors like however, moreover, because, or although. Um, which connector, as of, for example, however, in which category do you think it belongs to? Contracts and addition, or cause effect, or examples?
Okay, teacher.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said okay.
Em, ¿Tú crees que vamos a asociar estos conectores a estas categorías? La palabra however, do you think it is a contrast, a cause effect, or an addition?
Addition.
Yeah, could be. Well, however, could be more like a contrast. We will see later. And moreover,
I think that tampons.
the moreover, if we separate these two words, we could say that is you can use it as an addition. Addition. Um, because.
Cause effect, porque la respuesta de
Mhm.
why.
Yeah, exactly. That's correct. Cause effect. And although,
Eso es aunque.
Mhm.
I think that the samples. O in
No,
addition.
no, this is a contrast, contraste.
Okay.
Ujú. Para como contrastar, digamos, dos situaciones. Digamos, decimos, eh, esto pasa, aunque, pero, lo siguiente, como contrastar dos ideas. Am, mm, bueno, muy bien, thank you. So, which other words do you think we can use to connect ideas? Which words do you know? ¿Qué otras palabras, aparte de estas, conoces? To connect ideas.
Teacher, I thinking.
Mm, So, wait, give me a moment.
For example, and, que es y,
Mm-hmm.
also, bit size, but,
Mm-hmm.
mm, signs, ya que, o dueto es dupto,
Mm-hmm. Due to. Mm-hmm.
em, so,
So. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
There are many. There are many. Well, give me a moment. I'm gonna show you maybe some other connectors. Yeah, there are really, really many connectors that we can learn and use. So, yeah, so connectors they are words or phrases that link ideas, in a sentence or a paragraph, and they help you to be coherent and to have cohesion in writing and speaking. It's really important when we have this. They are like they make your essay when you write an essay to look better, and yeah, practically so is coherent, right? And it looks good. Yeah, and there are many types. Oh, hi, Edison. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine.
Okay, cool. Edison, today we're talking about connecting ideas. That means we're gonna use connectors through the whole day, also through the whole lesson. And yeah, which connectors do you know, Edison, or like do you use the most?
I think could be also I know therefore, but I don't use it that much. What else? However, could be. Um, Let me think. I use them, but I don't remember a lot of them. I don't know if they're
You don't
classified
remember?
like that.
Okay, yes, I understand. Yes, there are many. And yeah, they practically help you to organize information, show relationships between different thoughts, or just to improve the flow of writing or speaking also. Mm, So we have here some types, and the most common are addition, contrast, cause effect, and examples. So the additive connectors, these connectors are used to add more information or ideas. Yes, extra information. So for example, we have moreover, she's a great student. Like if we would say in Spanish, además, yes, o por otra parte, es como que eso es lo que significa como además. We have moreover, but we also have like furthermore, also, and besides. These are a additive connectors. Then we have like contracts, and these contrast connectors show a difference or a contrast, a difference between two ideas. Yes, you can think about them like when you are making a difference between two ideas. So, for example, we have the first idea is I love summer, and the second idea is I dislike the heat. So I love summer, but or however, I dislike the heat. So for these contrast connectors, we have but or however, although, yet, on the other hand. Yeah, these are like the most that I know. Then we have cause effect, sorry, connectors. And these ones are also pretty easy. They just show a reason behind an event or its result, you know. So this is an example. She studied a lot, therefore she passed the test. Okay, cause and effect. And then we have like for these ones, there are like we have because, therefore, as a result. So, or this one that you associate Edwin, like due to, this is also a pretty common one. And then, of course, we have examples, and they are used to indicate reason. They just give you examples, sorry. They just give you examples. They are easy. Many animals hibernate, such as bears and hedgehogs. So, such as is a way to say that you are giving an example. Yeah. You can also use for instance or just for example. What other could we find? There are also some that they are called like condition connectors, but these are the most that we're gonna use today. And conditions, the connectors, they are like, for example, if you heard like if, unless, they give you a condition, they express a condition, and that must be met for something to happen. Or we also have purpose connectors. I didn't write them here because it's like too much information, but I'm just telling you. And they indicate, an intention, a purpose. And these are, for example, the ones you hear or you read, and they say, for example, so that, or in order to, for the purpose of, she studied hard so that she could pass the exam, and so on. There are like many tons of connectors. I looked here. These are, just examples you can use, because today we're gonna use them. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna maybe, I think, write as well. And the idea, you can Google, or I can let some connectors here on the screen and you can use them. But the idea is that you use them, and they give you, coherence, and so when you talk, your English also improves and looks better, and it has a well organized structure, I would say. Yes, here, for example, in this picture, you see time and sequence. There's like later, after, before, then, blah blah blah. Comparison, illustration. This is illustration. These are like examples. Yeah, for instance, in this case, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Do you have questions? ¿Tienen preguntas?
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so now we're gonna do a mini practice. I'm gonna ask you to complete this, but no, we're not gonna write. We're just gonna read and complete this to fill the blank. Just vamos a llenar el espacio en blanco. So, Edison, she was tired, blah, blah, blah. She kept working. Which connector do you think would look good here?
Could be, however.
Yeah, she was tired, however, she kept working. That's good. And we have two ideas here, and you are making a contrast. Yeah, so however is a really nice one. Edwin, I like playing football. Blah, blah, blah. I hate running.
So, I like playing football more than I hate running.
Yeah, could be. um, could be also, it's not, it's yeah, no, it's good. Also, it's a connector, more than it's also a connector. It prints, it express, like a comparison, and it's good. Yeah. So now we're gonna continue sentence building game. So for this, I'm gonna give you some words, okay? And you need to create a sentence out of it using connectors, okay? So for example, you get these words like coffee, tired, because, and work. And you just need to create this sentence with those words. So the sentence in this case would be, I drank coffee because I was tired from work. ¿Yes? Van a crear una oración dependiendo de las palabras que les dan. So because we have much plenty time, and it's just the both of you, you're gonna do each of them, please, and you can write it down on the chat, please. Por fin pueden escribir las oraciones en el chat. Y bueno, aquí están las palabras. Y serían 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oraciones. Porfa. If you have questions, let me know. Guys, could you please tell me when you are done so I can look on the chat because I can see the chat at the same time? Thank you.
Teacher, I finish.
Good. Let's wait for Edison and then we'll read the answers, okay? Edwin, could you please read your examples?
Teacher, the first one is the weather was perfect at the beach. However, it started raining. I studied a lot because I want to pass the exam. I have a lot of homework in class. However, moreover, it's very difficult. I
Mhm.
wanted to have lunch in the park. However, I was late. I like to read this book because it's very interesting.
Well, really nice. Well done. Thank you, Edwin. Edison, could you please share me your sentences?
Yes. The weather report said that it would be raining all day long. However, I still wanted to go to the beach. I passed the exam because I studied a lot since last week. The class topic was pretty difficult to understand. Moreover, the homework was not helpful either. I went to the park at 12 o'clock to have lunch with some friends. However, I still went late to my 2 p.m. shift, and my friend told me to read his favorite book because it was interesting.
Nice. Really good. Thank you, Edison. So, good. Now that you guys know how to use them, the connectors. Before we start like with the speaking part, mm, mm, there is this activity I want you to do. I'm gonna share you a Padlet link. Uh, links. Okay, so it's on the chat. And there are some connectors there that you can use, but we have 7 sentences and you need to choose the right connector to the right, so the sentence makes sense, okay? You can use however, therefore, both, although, and then, or another one similar to these ones, no? But the idea is the sentence makes sense, okay? And then you post your ideas here on Padlet, okay? And if you have any questions, let me know. It's not so difficult. You guys are really good at this. It's just to practice. Okay, so oh, nice. You highlight the words. Thank you, Edison. So the answers for this, the first one. Okay, I love play. I wanted to hike, to go hiking, but it started raining. You can put but or however. So it's also good for you, Edwin. However, um, the second one, I love playing football, although I prefer watching basketball. You can also write although, or you can also, okay, however, I prefer playing, okay, however is also good, but is also good. Um, okay, the third one, she was tired, however, she stayed up late to finish her work. Yes, that's correct. Also, however, Edwin, good. We were running late, therefore we took a taxi to the airport. Therefore, good, Edwin, Edison. I enjoy reading books, however, I don't have much time to do it. Or but, you can also use the but. What? He didn't pass the test despite the fact that he studied for many hours. This is a good one. Despite the fact. You can also use that, or you can use although. Ah, yes, Edwin also used although here. And the last one, I decided to go to the party, although I felt a bit sick. That's correct. Yeah, and Edwin also. Yeah, that's good, guys. It was not so difficult. Do you have questions? ¿Tienen preguntas?
No, teacher.
Now there is this activity. It's called speed talking. You're gonna talk for 1 minute about your last holidays or your last vacation using at least two connectors or more. You know, you can use more, but I think two connectors are not so many. So many. Oh, sorry. And yes, you're gonna have 1 minute to think about it, you know. So you organize your ideas and you know which connectors you're gonna use. But the idea is that you tell me about your last holidays, okay? So you can think now and then I give you some moment and then I come back and then we talk about it. Bueno, piensen en los conectores y me cuentan sobre sus últimas vacaciones. Okay, so who wants to start?
I could start, teacher.
Good, Edison. So tell me about your last holidays.
Okay, my last vacation was we went to the beach. Was like a few years ago. Um, yeah, I remember that everything went great. However, our car broke down in the middle of the road, but that didn't stop us from getting to the beach. Um, more, I remember that we stayed a few weeks. Also, I don't remember being that much time in like in the beach. It was more like in the hotel, and I guess that's it with the connectors.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Edison. Thank you. This car was like your car or was some um another, like it wasn't your car from your family?
Yeah, yes, it was my stepfather's car. It broke down in the middle of the road, like a tree. Unos tres cuartos del viaje.
Well, did you have to wait a lot
Yeah,
time?
like 2 days in a pretty hilly place. I don't remember how it was called, but yeah, we wait 2 days for them to repeat the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Now those good. You use good the connector. Okay, listen, good. Thank you. Now, Edwin, are you ready?
Yes, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, so go ahead.
So last December, I went to the beach with my friends. We were very excited because it was our first trip, and the weather was sunny and perfect for swimming. We spent all in the water and played soccer on the sand. Moreover, we tried delicious seafood and a small restaurant were near the beach. However, one afternoon I got very winded, so
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't stay at the beach for long. Instead, we went to souvenir shops and
Mm-hmm.
bought some gifts. At night, we stayed by the sea, listening to music and talk for hours. It was one of the best vacations I'd ever had because I created unforgettable memories with my friends.
Yeah, that sounded like a really nice holidays. I want to go. Yeah, really, also really good use of connectors. You know what I was thinking right now when you guys were telling me this? Like I just, sometimes you forget to use connectors or we don't use them so often, but actually when you use them, it sounds really, really good when you talk, like your English level sounds better. And I think if me too, if I would do this activity, that you tell yourself a story or you talk about a topic for yourself every day, at least using some connectors that you learn. I think pretty much that you would get a really good level of English at the end of the month. And sometimes for me, I also get like really comfortable with my English, but so I think now I feel a little bit like more motivated to improve my English. Yeah, really nice, guys. Now we are going to do a mini presentation. That means kind of like the same that we did before. We're going to talk about. Um, This time you're going to not talk about holidays, but you're gonna describe a personal experience using at least 3 connectors. Okay, like a little bit more connectors than the last story. And just a personal experience. Okay, so you can talk about anything. I let you think again, and then in 1 minute I come back, and then we talk about it. Okay, guys. So who wants to start?
I can't teach it.
Edison?
Yes, sorry. Okay, a personal experience. It's something that happened to me and my family. Like, let me remember. A time ago, 5 years ago, maybe. When we adopted our cat, first cat. We thought she escaped, and yet she didn't escape. She scared us all. Uh, we went throughout the block looking for her. Um, Furthermore, she didn't really appear until we like give up. Uh, we were looking for her. We thought she was going to appear on her home again, and she didn't. She well, how can I say this? Everything. She I don't know what to say. Sorry. Let me start again.
How
We
in
no wait
the
wait. We give
word
up.
in Spanish? You can say it if you want.
Okay. We give up looking for her. We went to her house, and despite our feeling that we give up, we didn't. We were very sad about it until she appeared from one of our rooms, and we thought we were very sad. We thought she was lost. She was a kitten. She scared us all.
Okay. Well, yes, it's hard with cats. It's hard. I understand. I also had a cat. She died already last year. And yeah, they make you really worried. Again, yeah, about the connectors also good. Um, mm, Next time, maybe for the next activity, we try to use connectors, but also different connectors. I let you hear some chart, and we use different connectors as the ones that you are using now, okay? Like and or so, these are typical connectors that we use in our daily days, not but daily life, but we're gonna use other connectors. Thank you, Edison. Edwin, would you please tell me your personal experience?
Okay, teacher. So, in the last month, I went camping with my family in the mountains. It was an incredible experience because I love nature and fresh air. First, we set up our tent near a beautiful river. Then, we went for a long walk in the forest to explore the area. Moreover, at night, we made a campfire and told scary stories. However, it was very cold, so we had to wear jackets and stay close to the fire. In the end, I had a lot of fun because I spent quality time with my family and enjoyed the adventure.
Mhm. Yeah, really good, Edwin. Thank you. You do really fun activities. Really cool. Camping is cool. I think I have never gone camping. Oh, yes. I don't remember. Nor maybe not a real camping. I would like to go maybe in a real camping. Cool. Thank you, Edwin. So, guys, for our next activity, I'm gonna show you an airport link, and we are going to, also, you need to write a short paragraph describing your daily routine. Okay, you need to use at least 4 different connectors. Try to use different connectors as the ones that you used before for your speaking part. Okay, this is the link, it's on the chat. You can write here on the white box using 4 connectors, Here I let you this charge. Maybe you can use if you want. Yeah, if you have questions, let me know. And yeah, if you have problems to log in, also let me know, okay?
Teacher, no me deja entrar al link.
Mm, mm, ¿Estás desde celular? Por casualidad.
No, no estoy en mi computador.
Mm,
Tienes que ingresar con el usuario o con Google y te deja ingresar.
con Gmail, sí.
No, pero es que tampoco me deja.
¿No?
Me dice que hay un error.
Bueno, y entonces write it on the chat, okay?
Ok.
I'll post it here. Okay.
Teacher me dice que superaste el límite de máximo de palabras y no me
Mm,
deja.
uh,
Mm,
okay, then post it on the chat. It's okay. Guys, let's do
oh,
it on the chat.
ok.
Sorry. Edwin, could you please read your test?
Yes, teacher. So every day I start my morning by waking up early so that I can have enough time to organize my day. After that, I usually have breakfast while checking my phone or reading the news. Then I go to work or study. Um, and all, esa palabra es aunque, all, es que siempre tengo problemas de pronunciar esta. All, no sé,
Although,
all, bueno, eso. Mm,
although es como una a. Although.
bueno, eso.
Mhm.
My schedule is sometimes busy.
Easy.
I always try to take short breaks to relax. Finally, when I finish my activities, I like to spend time with my family or watch a series in order to unwind before going to bed.
Good. Thank you, Edwin. Really nice. Now we wait for Edison. Okay, Edison, please read your paragraph.
Okay. I start my day at 6:30 a.m. with a good breakfast, a bath, because I like to go to the gym early in the morning. Once I get back home after 2 hours, I do some chores like cleaning the house or helping my mom make lunch. However, she does most of the cooking because she's faster than me. After lunch, I rest a little and then get right on my computer to start making my assignments. I end up the study time at 7 or 8 p.m., right on time to eat dinner, prepare some things for the next day, and play games or watch series for a while before I get to bed. Teacher, está silenciada.
Ay, perdón. Thank you. I say nice routines that you guys have. And nice. It changed a lot. It changed a lot when you use connectors in a text. It looks way better, guys. Um, Now our next activity. mm, it's gonna be we're gonna talk, okay? You're gonna choose a topic for your conversation. You're gonna have a conversation, you two, okay? Edwin and Edison, you two are gonna have a conversation, okay? I'm gonna show you some topics and you're gonna choose one, okay? We also yes, we're gonna choose one, and then it's gonna be like a role play situation, yes. So this is an example. For example, it is standing here, student A, start the conversation by expressing your opinion, okay? And student B could respond uh, and make a contrast, or you can agree, you can disagree. The idea is that it's a fluent conversation, okay? In this conversation, you're gonna use at least 3 connectors, okay? You can make your classmate a question, for example. If you don't have anything else to talk, you make a question and this person answer. The idea maybe each of you make one question so the other express his opinion. Yeah, it says the goal is to make sure your conversation is fluent and natural, connecting ideas with the connectors. Okay. And the idea is that the conversation lasts at least 3 minutes. Okay, guys. And I give you 1 minute before you start. And because it's two of you, how do we do? You can choose, Edwin can choose. Let's do it like this. Yeah, it's kind of like a debate, more or less, but
I
uh,
choose summer.
summer. Okay, okay. Then summer versus winter holidays. Okay, Edison, do you agree to we work with this topic, summer versus
Ye-
winter holidays?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you have 1 minute to think your ideas. Edwin started by choosing the topic. So Edison, you start by saying your opinion, okay? And then you continue and have conversation with us. But you have 1 minute to think about your ideas if you want to take some notes or whatever, but then we start, okay?
Teacher, I don't understand.
Okay. La idea es que entre tú y Edwin, y Edison, perdón, tú y Edison tengan una conversación que sea natural y fluida sobre el tema verano y versus winter holidays, ¿sí? Pues, y Edison va a comenzar, por ejemplo, dando su opinión. Si a él le gusta de pronto más verano, le gusta más el invierno, vacaciones de invierno, bla, 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 bla. Y luego tú le vas a responder con tu opinión también. Puedes decir, sí, concuerdo, no concuerdo, me gusta más, me gusta menos. Pero la idea es que en toda la conversación, pues, utilicen aunque sea dos, tres conectores, ¿sí? Y no sé, cuando tú termines, puedes hacerle una pregunta a Edison sobre el tema y Edison responde y luego Edison te hace una pregunta a ti y tú respondes y creo que ahí serían los 3 minutos o los 2 minutos, ¿sí? Pero pues la idea es que sea fluido, como una conversación. Prácticamente ustedes dos van a hablar sobre Summer versus Winter Holidays. ¿Sí entendés, Edwin, lo que vamos a hacer?
Sí, sí, gracias.
Listo. Bueno. Entonces piensen un poco lo que van a decir y ya empezamos con eso. Okay, so Edison, You start the conversation.
Okay. Summer versus winter holidays. I like more winter holidays. Although we don't have pretty much like a winter. Here it doesn't snow, but I like more winter holidays like Christmas and I think no in October it's already it's not winter. Yeah, celebrations like Christmas and New Year and yeah, New Year. Like those two pretty much, mostly because they are like uh, the dates when you don't have to do much things, just enjoy the company that you have, like your family, your friends, maybe your couple. What else? My favorite of those two could be Christmas and the Christmas Eve, um, mostly because, really because, um, wait. I like it, yeah, like Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And however, I think New Year's is pretty interesting too, but I don't like the fact that we have to stay up that late. I might be young, but I get tired very quickly, so I don't like being up at like 3 in the morning and all that noise.
Mm, yeah, I agree. Thank you, Edwin. What do you have to say about it?
So I get up. So on the other hand, I find weather a bit too quiet. Besides, traveling is easier in summer signs. Because you don't have to worry about much.
Mm-hmm. Good. Edwin, do you have a question for Edison about it?
Yes. So what do you do at Christmas?
Good. Thank you, Edwin.
Uh, Christmas, I stay with my family until the youngest of the family open the gifts, and we eat a lot of food and they dance. I don't like really like that dancing, and yes, that's it. I mostly spend time with them, and if I bought new clothes, I guess I use them el estreno, ¿no?
Yeah. Edison, nice. And do you have a question for Edwin?
Yes, could be. Yeah, do you like summer holidays because it's better for travel, or it's because it's you like more summer in generally, like summer over winter?
So the summer is a very popular season for many people because it offers a wide variety for activity and experience. For example, families often go on vacation to the beach where they can swim, relax, and enjoy in the sun. In addition, students like summer because they have a long break from school, which gives and then time to rest or travel. Moreover, the days are longer during summer, so people can spend more time outdoors doing sport, having barbecues or going to the park. However, no everything about summer is perfect. On the one hand, the hot weather is nice for swimming and sunbathing, but on the other hand, extremely high temperatures, o sea, temperaturas
Temperature, yes.
can cause discomfort or even health problems like sunburn. Therefore, is very important to drink plenty of water and use sunscreen when spending time outside. In conclusion, summer is an amazing season for of fun and adventure. Through people should always be careful to take care of their hearing while enjoying it.
Wow, thank you. Really good. You are a really summer person. Thank you, guys. You did really good. How did you feel? Is it difficult for you to express your ideas with connectors?
No, I think it's the difficult part is finding the correct connector, but expressing the ideas with them is easier.
Good. And Edwin?
Nothing, no teacher. It was easy.
Oh, good. Thank you, Edwin. Yes, I think the how you say it, Edison, is to use the correct connector, so it has coherence, and then you don't use only random connectors that sound good, but you're not using the right one. But it's good. I think for now you are using really good the connectors, both of you. And before we finish the class, I would like to ask you these questions. Okay, the first one I asked you already. Mm, what about now? Like from this class today, do you feel more confident using connectors in conversation, or do you feel like it's okay? Like you guys are 100% sure that you use really good connectors.
Yeah, I think I feel a little more confident, but I still need some practice on the vocabulary and the grammar. So I guess it's better than before.
Hmm. Yeah, practice. And Edwin?
No teacher, I didn't find it difficult to use connectors in my dialogue because they help to organize ideas and make the conversation sound more natural and clear.
Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, I think this is like for all of us, I think it's not so complicated to use connectors, but because there are so many connectors that you can find, then you just need to learn them so you can use them right and more often. And I think the university helps you pretty much in this case, because we need to write a lot. But when we need to talk in English, sometimes, because you always use the same, you use always also, so, because, since, or you thus, or you use after, or while, until, for example, these are the most that you use every day. And I think if we would learn some others more, then we would sound better in English. I say this also for myself, because I also say I most of the time use the same connectors, and I think I will also need to learn more and use them more often. Even though you know them, you don't use them so often. So I think this is the mistake. Guys, thank you for your participation. I hope you practice and I help you to remember some of the connectors and why they are important and so on. If you don't have questions or anything, then we finish the class and I hope you have a nice weekend. We see us on Tuesday. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
See you.
teacher.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.